Hi guys, hey, Miss Acton here, going to teach you some math today. So I'm really excited about today's math because if you're listening to me on this right now, then you know that we're doing something a little bit different today. And we're going to continue to do this little thing that's different. It's called Nearpod. And basically what it is Miss Acton, Miss Ramos, and Miss Jess are going to be presenting new learning to you. But in the middle of it, you get to do fun interactive stuff. So Miss Acton has some games in here. So I'm just going to give you kind of a tour of what you're going to do today. I'm only going to do these videos this week. And then starting next week, you won't need me here to show you how to do this. So we won't do this anymore. So I'm going to show you what this looks like from a kiddo's perspective. So this is actually one of Miss Acton's friends that does paper packets. So she doesn't really use her account. So we're going to use hers. But she does get classwork in her classroom just like you guys do. So this is Miss Acton's classroom. But if you're Miss Ramos or Miss Just, you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to click on classwork. And you guys have already done all of this. That's how you're watching me right now. And then you're going to go to Tuesday's math work. Always taking forever. Yep, we got it. So once we click on this work, you're going to see that there is the Nearpod that you clicked on to watch me, but then you also have to do something at the end to have your work turned in. That way you can get credit and either earn your lunch bunch or your rewards with Miss Acton, Miss Justin, Miss Ramos at the end of the week. All right, so we're going to click on math and we're going to do the view the assignment. That's important. You're not just going to click right on the Nearpod. You're going to click on view assignment. And then you're going to do the Nearpod, which you guys have already clicked on this, so you guys can see this. So we're going to be doing this together. I'm just going to give you a tour of what all this stuff looks like. That way you can do it on your own. And just to give you a warning, this stuff is pretty big, so it takes a while for it to upload. So don't be freaking out if it does take a while for it to load up on you, okay? It's just part of what's going on. So the first thing that you guys are going to see is actually a matching game. Actually, the first thing you saw was this video, but then the next thing that you're going to do is a matching game. So it's going to ask you if you want to log in. You're going to choose login with Google. And then that's how it's going to pick up your name, and that's how Miss Acton, Miss Ramos, and Miss Just are going to know that this is you that is doing this work, and it's not just some random person that found our link. So you're going to go through all this stuff. It wants to know if you're going to allow Nearpod to do all of this stuff. You're going to go to the bottom and click the allow button. So after you've signed in, it has your JCPS password. You're going to allow, and then it'll let you in. We're going to log back in with our Google. Yes, that's her. That's who I'm pretending to be right now, but your name will pop up right there. And you're going to get started. So the first thing that you get to do is this really fun thing called a matching game. I do want you to notice that there will usually be directions at the top. It says match the models with their value. If you don't know what that says, there is an audio option right here that you can click. And it should be able to read that to you. But basically, you're going to match these cards up. So it's going to do the audio for you. So if you're one of my friends that doesn't know what you're supposed to do, you know the directions are right there, but it's just too hard for you to read. You do have that little audio button that you can push over there that can help you. All right, so listen.
Match the models with their value.
So you're going to match each one of the models with the value. So you're going to match the models with the numbers that they go with. So it's like a matching game. So first I got the number 29. So now I've got to find which one of these cards is the number 29. And you're going to go until all of the cards are done. So you're going to click on the matches. Then the next slide is kind of just an introduction of what we're doing today. And there's audio down at the bottom. A lot of the slides will have a little play button for you to play. Hi boys and girls, so today we're going to be adding on an open number line. you're going to notice today that we're not just doing tens jumps. So listen to those videos or listen to that audio. It's just Miss Acton talking. Then she goes over our we will, I will statement.
What are we doing? So you're going to be able to say.
And then the next thing that you're doing is watching a video that Miss Acton found on YouTube that shows you how to do the math problems.
Let's solve 45 plus 32 together. So the first thing I need to do is draw my open number line, which I have here, and place.
So you'll watch that whole video, and basically she just goes through showing you the how to make a number line. So you see her tens jumps like we did yesterday. Today we're moving on to doing jumps that also have ones jumps in them too. So that's just the difference between today. So watch that video with her showing you how to do it, and then you are going to try on your own. So up here we do have the audio for you. It says solve the equation using the open number line.
So below you have an open number line, and you need to use.
So you can listen to Miss Acton's directions showing you how to do it. Then you push this arrow to make that disappear. So we've got the equation 62 plus 24. You're going to grab the pen tool down here. One thing that I will tell you is if you don't move this and make it smaller, your pen size will be huge. So I would take it all the way down to the bottom if you can. You can choose a color. Probably wouldn't do the light blue. It probably won't show up on there. We're going to stick with black. And then you go to the screen. We'll do the number 62 right there. And then you draw all the jumps that you need, and you do your equation right there. What's cool about the next slide is that the next slide is a video of Miss Acton showing you how to do the last equation. So you can either say, oh my gosh, I did fantastic, this is great, or you're gonna be like, oh, I messed up a little bit right there and right there, but the next time I'm gonna get it right. So we do have this video right here that you push play. It's Miss Acton showing you how to
All
solve
right,
that
guys. So
equation.
you just try to solve.
And again, remember that there's a lot going
All
on in
right,
these
guys.
slides, so
So
sometimes it
you
takes a
just
while
try
for
to
this stuff to
solve.
load up. So if you need to push pause and let the video load up a little bit more, that's okay.
All right, guys. So you just try to solve.
It has to do a lot of loading, that's
This
okay.
equation 62 plus 24
Hopefully it doesn't do this for too long.
in the presentation that you guys were just doing. So either. All right, guys. So you just try to solve.
So you're going to watch Miss Acton solve that. Then you're going to say, oh, I did this great, I did this great, maybe I could do this a little bit better. And then you're going to solve another equation.
All right, so this is your second try. So you tried on an open number line with the equation on the last slide.
So
Then
you
you
tried
watched a
on the
video of
last
Miss Acton
slide,
showing you how to do it. So
you
either you
watched a
did it perfectly
video,
and you're excited, or you maybe made a.
or you maybe made a few mistakes, and now you're going to fix those mistakes and do this new equation, 53 plus 34. So again, you're going to grab that pen tool, you're going to draw on this open number line, get that equation right, and then the next slide is another video of Miss Acton telling you how you either got the equation right and your number line looks perfect, or your equation maybe you had a few mistakes, but now you need to learn from those mistakes because you got to be able to do this stuff right.
All right, guys. So this is the net.
So watch that video, and then you're going to go to the last slide. Actually, I think this is the second to last slide. And there's another open number line. Miss Acton has instructions on there for you. Again, you're going to solve 34 plus 15 on this open number line, and this time you should get it right. You've had two practices, and then Miss Acton showed you what you did right, what you did wrong. So by now you should be getting it right. This is why it's called independent practice. And then the very last one, oh, we got to put something on there. And that's one cool thing about this is you can't just skip through this stuff. You have to get something on here. And your teacher's going to be checking, so make sure you're not just putting random scribbles on there. Make sure that you're actually doing some good work. And then at the end, as a reward, you have a really fun memory test. So you have these cute little pictures of puppy dogs, and you have to match them up. Oh, I got a match. So you have to match it up. Oh, I got another one. That goes right there. So you got to match all the pictures of the puppy dog. So that's just a fun ending for working hard for Miss Acton today. So after you get done doing this entire video, then you have to go back to your classwork, which will probably still be open on the tabs up here. So you're going to go back to this tab right here, and you've gotten done with the Nearpod. Now you're going to do mark as done. And that's how it shows up in Miss Acton, Miss Ramos, and Miss Just grade book. And that's how it tells us, hey, you've done all of your work for the week, and that's how you get your reward. So it's kind of like the submit button on a Google form. Now, Miss Acton, Miss Ramos, and Just always say make sure you push the submit button or you won't get your credit. The mark as done button definitely needs to be pushed or it won't show in our grade book that you did it. So make sure you push that marked as done button. You didn't attach work. Okay. It says you didn't attach work. Just click that you want to submit it. And it says that you turned in your work, and now you can move on to reading and writing. So really quick before you go, Miss Acton does want to show you really quick an example of what you're going to be doing today. So today, the numbers that we're going to be working with are different than yesterday. Yesterday, we were working with numbers like 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30, only numbers that make up with 10 sticks. Today, we're going to be doing numbers that are made up with 10 sticks and ones cubed. So that means you're going to be doing big tens jumps, but you're also going to be doing little ones jumps to show how to add that to there. So just like yesterday, you're going to start with the number 32 at the beginning. Then to figure out how many jumps you're going to make, you're going to show the number 45 with your models. So the number 45 has 4 tens, so you know you're going to be doing 4 tens jumps. Go ahead and make those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the number 45 has 5 ones in it. So you know that you're going to be making 5 ones jumps. Let's go ahead and make those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My answer is going to be right there. So now we need to label our tens jumps so that whoever might be grading our work, whoever wants to see where maybe we made a mistake, knows that those are our tens jumps. So we better be adding 10 in each one of those. We also need to label our little ones jumps so that nobody gets confused on what each one of these jumps are. Now we need to fill in the blanks down here, then get to our answer. So a good way to know the tens jumps is that you're just adding a 10 stick. So instead of the number 32 only having 3 10 sticks, now you're adding another 10 stick to it, which means that your 10 spot is going to be 4 because there's 4 tens place. You didn't do anything with the ones place, so the ones place still stays the same. Then you're adding another tens jump right here. So that means you're adding another 10 stick, which turns it from 42 to 52. You see the pattern? 3, 4, 5, 6. The 2 stays the same. 7. The 2 stays the same. So now, different from yesterday, we're switching. Instead of adding tens, now we're just adding ones. And this part's easy. You just start counting it from the number 72 by 1. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. So that means your answer should be 77. And then if you still want to check your work, maybe it just doesn't look right, you don't think that that's supposed to be it, you can always draw your models and solve that way. So you've got 32 plus 45 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. Either way you do it, you get the answer 77. So that's what your new learning is for today. So go watch those videos showing you how to do that. Go practice, have fun with those matching games. And if you have any questions, please contact your teacher so they can help you. Have a good day.